Welcome. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. So we're only here for one reason. I like that we're meeting here in the Peace House because we're here for peace. Really, we're here for for everyone in the world. We're really here to stop the suffering, to end the madness in this world, to end the violence, to end the insanity. And it starts with each one of us. And the question is, how do we get peace in this world? And we've tried so many different ways, all of us. We tried voting for the person that looks like it's going to bring peace. We tried protesting, or we tried going to war for peace. And ultimately, finally, it resides in each one of our hearts. How do we bring peace right now where we are, where we live, to the world we inhabit, to all of the relationships we have? So by peace, I don't mean some numbness. I don't mean dissociation. I don't mean narcotization or dissociation or separation in any way. The tendency is to hold a concept of peace and then to fight with ourselves to try to be it, or to fight with ourselves where we haven't met our own concepts. But I'm not speaking about concepts here. It's much deeper and more profound than any concept. Peace is what's already alive in your heart. Peace is already intelligent, conscious love. And this is who you are. But to believe it or to have it as a concept is to miss it. So what we're here for is to realize it directly, each one of us, one by one in our own heart, to realize the absolute truth, to be free. And then peace is actually a byproduct. Our consciousness has evolved so quickly because of our language and our culture, so that our evolution doesn't have to happen through countless lifetimes in nature, but can happen very quickly because of the spread of our consciousness through our language and our culture. And at a certain stage, when we lived in groups, in kind of a pre-ego stage, you could say, where the group was all, the hive was all, and individuality meant nothing. So that it was your function rather than your person that mattered. So you're a farmer, or you're a gatherer, or you're the virgin that gets sacrificed. It's just about the function of the group. And then we have the Age of Enlightenment, where it's about the individual, it's about the person. And we all have our rights, our capacity to be individuals. This is a huge leap in human consciousness. But the joke of it is embedded actually in our founding institution, which says we have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Not happiness. The pursuit of happiness. And of course, the great joke is that the more you pursue happiness, the unhappier you become. Realizing that is an enormous shift in consciousness, something the founding fathers were not yet aware of. It's a shift from, we went from pre-ego to individuation or ego to now transcendence of ego, transcendence of the personal, to the realization that the personal pursuit of happiness does not lead to happiness. When you realize that, it's, whoa, it's earth-shattering. It's mind-blowing. Oh, then what is it? What can my life really be about if it's not about the pursuit of happiness? See, because before, in the pre-individuation stage, it's all about reproduction. You multiply, and that's your function. You multiply, you serve the herd. You multiply, you serve the herd. That's the function. Then in individuation, it's, well, I'm not just a multiplier. I'm not just a breeder. I can have my own poetic expression, my artistic expression, my expression of whatever it is that I'm pursuing to make me happy. And now we're waking up from that one. Say, oh, what's called for here is actually a sacrifice of the personal pursuit of happiness for something deeper, for something more profound, for something more fundamental that actually makes your life worthwhile. And now we're at the stage where what makes your life worthwhile is waking up to the truth of your own being, realizing it, staying true to it, and being it in the world. And that's why we're gathered here. It starts with you as an individual, your heart, and that serves the whole. It serves all beings. It makes your life worthwhile. It gives meaning to life. Otherwise, what's our life? What is the meaning of our life? To have babies? For most people, that's what it is. To have a successful career, to have lots of money, to have lots of experiences, to have lots of lovers, or lots of hikes, or lots of swims, or lots of sunsets. You know? Who remembers the sunsets that your grandparents had? Who cares, right? Who remembers the great meals that your parents had? So what is it really that will make your life worthwhile? What is true fulfillment? That's what we're here for. Because there can't be peace without true fulfillment. As long as you're not fulfilled in yourself, there isn't peace. And if there isn't peace in your heart, then there isn't peace in your relationships. And so true peace comes from true fulfillment. And true fulfillment comes from realizing the truth directly. And this realization then gives meaning to everything, gives meaning to why we are alive, what it means to be a human, what it means to be a life form on planet Earth, what it means to be part of this mystery of this divine comedy. And so that's why we're here. And so the simplest, most direct way is to be still, to be silent, to stop thinking, for at least a moment, to give up all thoughts, to find what's before the thought, to find what's before the biology. Because thoughts are dependent on biology. But who you are is pre-biology. And so to find yourself, you remove yourself from biology by stopping thinking about it. And in the silence, the sweetness of silence, the sweetness of silence is always here, always available. It's here in noise, it's here in thoughts, it's here in confusion, it's here in anger, it's here in sorrow, it's here in life, it's here in death. Always present. This is who you are. Always present. And we each, through some divine grace, have the capacity to realize this.